Welcome to Pop Stuff and Stuff. Rogue One, Star Wars, U-Wing Fighter unboxing. Now, this is a recent haul. If you look at the figure, which is about the right size to go with what's in the box, it's not to scale. The ship is way too small, or the figure is way too big compared to what you saw in the movie. It's a good likeness, that's why I got it, but I wish if it were to scale, the figure would be like, you know, half the size or even smaller. And here's a look at the figure. I believe his name is Cassian. It's not a bad likeness of the actor. 5 points of articulation. And he's got his blaster there. Looks like he's got a holster, which is cool. I like that. So here's what it looks like on the inside. That's where the figure was. And now to put it together. Here are the instructions. Pretty straightforward. Put the engines and the wings in, and it also shows the Nerf action, which I don't care about. Looks like they want you to download an app, Star Wars Studio FX. I don't really see the point of another app on my phone. The engines are pretty self-explanatory. You have two with the landing gear and two without, so you know where these go. So this is the top of the vehicle cockpit. I like this design. And take one without the landing gear, snap it into place. Not too bad. Now, as you'll see, there's a notch out there. You'll have to get the one that lines up with it, which is this one. Or no, it's, I'm all screwed up. It's this one. Takes a little bit of force, not too much. Put the other one in. Snaps into place pretty good. And as you can see, this button moves the wings back and forth, and these just snap in. This is a decent sized vehicle. Wow, that's so big I almost can't show it on this. It's big. That's awesome. I mean, it's a simple mechanism, but it's awesome. Now, can you see in there where there's a elastic band that was hold the figure in there? And he fits in there pretty well. Like I said, it's not to scale, but I'm gonna put him in there anyway. And the landing gear. 1, 2. They gotta click a little bit further. Pretty cool, huh? And here's the nerf function. Oh, I'm sorry, yeah. You press this button, and it comes down like that. Which I guess if you wanted to suspend some belief, it could be a cannon of some sort. Shove it back in there, press the button, and it pops down. And then we got this. It's pretty cool. I mean, I really like this. I'm glad I bought it off a friend of mine that has a flea market booth. Just sit it down on the landing gear. So here's the scale with the two vehicles from that movie. Of course, to be more accurate, this would be need to be this big compared to because this is way off scale. But I think it's a cool design. I'm really happy with it. I like it when the wings are deployed like that, or they probably call those S-foils too. They call a lot of those rebel planes that have the wings, a U-wing or an X-wing, they call these foils, S-foils or whatever. Believe it or not, I've heard that these S-foils with other vehicles like the X-wing are not for atmospheric flight. They're to dissipate heat from the guns on a lot of them. Now, this is the TIE Interceptor. It's a model from MPC that I built a long time ago. And I would say it's more into scale with this vehicle. Oh. Because this is supposed to hold several different pilots. It's almost like a troop carrier. The figure inside this TIE Interceptor model is probably the right scale for this vehicle. So this would be more in the scale, and you can look at how big the engines are on this U-wing compared to this TIE Interceptor. A huge vehicle for the Star Wars universe. Almost an action fleet size vehicle would be more into scale with this. So there you have it. I've gotten rid of my action fleet vehicles just because to save room, and because they're not as, they're not as accurate as I want. They're not all to scale. Scale's a big enough problem anyway, isn't it? So, well, thanks for watching, and please subscribe if you haven't done so already. We'll see you on the next video.